Welcome to our podcast. I'm Ovitt, your host and author, and today we're going to continue our discussion on feeling safe. Feeling safe is really an important part of recovering from trauma, recovering from emotional difficulties. I teach a 50-week class on emotional resilience, and if you want, you can go to my YouTube channel, Ron Ovitt, that's O-V-I-T-T, and you'll see I have different playlists, and if you go to the playlist under emotional resilience, you'll see that I have all the videos there, and you can start watching some of it. Well, in there we talk about, I have a whole group of mind skills that are for emotional regulation, and the reason we do emotional regulation is to calm down the body when it doesn't feel safe. And so we have a bunch of different things, and of course relaxation is one of those things. And like we said in the last episode, relaxation is about the body, and yes, you can feel safe doing that. That's, I think, the purpose. People want you to go to a place where you can relax and visualize that, and you should feel safe. And yet safety, feeling safe, is more than just physical, right? Relaxing is causing the body to relax. I think we need to be more purposeful in helping the mind and the emotions to feel safe. You put both together, now you're really doing it. And so there's different things we can do, and I would encourage you to do some relaxing exercises. Practice the deep breathing. And if you need to, when you breathe in, breathe out twice as long. It's in the exhale that you really, really relax. And if you can combine that with a feeling of safety, I'm in a safe place, or I'm with a safe person, or I feel just, utterly safe right now, as you relax, you'll really start to feel a difference. And so you can do a safe place visualization. That would be one of the techniques. You want to find a quiet, comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. You want to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. You want to visualize a place where you feel completely safe. Now this can be real or imagined, right? You want to engage all your sensations in that visualization. What do you see in this safe place? What sounds do you hear? What do you smell? What textures can you feel? What is there air movement? Do you feel that on your skin? Imagine yourself just feeling safe. And as you imagine that place, pay close attention to how your body feels. Notice any sensations of relaxing or comfort or security. Use these deep, slow breaths to help you be in that relaxed state. Spend a few minutes fully immersed in that safe place. Move from a relaxed state to a safe state of mind. No worry, no concern, no pressure, just safe and secure. Now, before you finish that exercise, you might want to create a mental room, maybe with a big screen on it, so you can come and watch your visualization anytime you need. So otherwise, once you have that in your brain, let's remember it. Maybe it's a room that you come into and you just sit. And that room is more than a screen, it's the atmosphere that you just created. So you want to create that safe place that you can go. You want to use that room or that place as a safety anchor, associating that with the visualization of feeling safe. And you want to practice coming into that room, coming into that presence, focusing on the visualization and feeling safe several times a day. Practice this until it becomes normal. As a Christian myself, I like to come and think of, the presence of God. And the Bible teaches us that we're always in God's presence. He's everywhere, right? But I need to become aware of His presence. And so in a sense, I'm coming to that awareness. And that's what I want to do. I remember I was doing some exercises on focused attention. and what they call open focus. And open focus focuses on space. And so I could like focus between the space between my hands. And it's this focusing on space that causes the body to really go into a relaxed state. Well, I remember when I was doing it once, I said, focus on can you imagine? I said, can I imagine the space between me and God? And all of a sudden, it was right here, right here. There was no space. God was everywhere. I'm in the presence of God. It was such a cool experience. And I encourage you to sense the presence of God, that you're in His presence, His loving, unconditional, loving presence. And so you can go to that place when you feel unsafe. Another one is a safe people connection. Make a list of people that you feel safe and protected with. Choose one person, from that list. Now, you may want to make up a person. Maybe it's a superhero. Maybe it's a certain pet, that you feel safe with. Maybe it's, grandmother. And so you want to have that just to where you have this anchor in a sense. I think all of us have probably had people that we felt safe with. Now, some of us, perhaps very few, but there might have been someone, might have been a pet, might have been a person, may have been a relative, may have been a teacher, but there's someone that you feel safe with. And you want to make a list of those people and choose one, and then you want to close your eyes, being in their presence, being with them. Perhaps they're smiling at you. Perhaps they've got you. You feel felt, right? You feel like they really know you and you're safe. That's another way of just anchoring yourself. I personally like the safe space where I'm going, but sometimes it just helps to think, here again, the presence of God. Who is safer than God? And so as a Christian, we can come in the presence of God and feel that importance about how our body feels in His presence and the safety that we can take, okay? And that actually is the fourth one. We do want to practice being safe in the presence of God. God is omnipresent. He's all powerful. He's all loving. And so we need to be able to trust Him. We want to think of the promises of God. And you may anchor that with a verse. Cast all your cares on Him because He cares for you. And you can personalize that. Lord, I cast all my cares on you because you care for me. Or, another verse where He says, I have you in the hollow of my hand. Or nothing can separate you from the love of God. And so pick some scriptures that really anchor you in the safety that God provides and use that. Picture Him saying it to you. Picture Him loving you and reminding you. The Holy Spirit is there to comfort us, and He will. And so notice in your body what it feels like when you really get in touch with that presence. Pay attention to the sensations of comfort, relaxation, security, and let it just saturate you. And that will start tying in then God with your safety, and He will be your shield. He will be your anchor. He will be your rock. He will be your refuge. All those things that are constantly repeated in the Psalms that David took advantage of, they can be yours. Another one you can do is create a safety sensory box. Now that's a small box or a container, and you can collect things that engage your senses that make you feel safe. For example, it could be a photo of a safe place, and when you see it, it reminds you of how you felt so safe there, so good, so comforted. It could be something that you listen to, so there you have, you may write down the name of a CD that you listen to, or on Spotify or something like that where you listen. Maybe it's ocean waves. Perhaps it's the sound of rain. Maybe it's a certain song, but you feel comforted And safe there could be a hymn talking about God's love. But you want to focus on that and feel the safety and practice going to that kind of thing and touching it, right? It could be certain stress relieving things that just feel safe. They have rocks where you just move your fingers back and it's real smooth. It could be just, a squeeze ball that as you do it, you're feeling safer. And, it could be palms up, you don't, and you just, feel like this. So you want something, this box, to remind you that you have these things that you can use as anchors to get you into that frame of mind of safety. And then let's go over again what we talked about before, some of the safety habits that we can practice, okay? First, you want to recognize safety cues. You want to identify when and where you feel the most secure and with whom that you feel relaxed and accepted. And that awareness helps you understand your personal sense of safety, and you know that you can go to that. You can go to that safe place you'd imagine. You can think of your grandmother if she was safe. You can think of that place, that music that you listen to. You can carry that with you all the time and just go into more than relaxation, relaxing and feeling safe. And of course you can practice that in your body, right? So you can breathe. You can breathe, and as you breathe, you're feeling safe. Sometimes just rocking, a gentle rock back and forth, just feeling comforted, feeling rocked. That kind of rhythm can help you feel good. Self-embracing, sometimes, maybe you just need to contain it. Just feel a little hug, right? And sometimes that containment can just help us feel safe, and you put a smile on your face and you just breathe, just feel contained and safe, contained and safe. And so you can be practicing that as well. Listening to nature sounds can be a good one. Walking, a nice walk with rhythm, that bilateral stimulation of feeling safe. You're outside in an environment where you feel safe. You look up, the presence of God. You're walking, you're breathing, you're feeling safe. And then you can reframe your situations. You want to catch yourself when you feel unsafe, where you can really recognize that this is just an alarm. It's faulty wiring. I don't have to listen to this. You could say something like, oh, I feel a little unsafe, but that's just my brain trying to be overprotective. I'm fine. God has me. I'm going to relax now. Thank you, brain. I don't need a signal to tell me to relax, to de-stress. And so you do that. And you thank your brain. And the brain will learn, it will respond, and you'll feel more and more safe. And so using safety sayings, sometimes phrases, I'm safe right now. Breathing, I'm safe right now. The one I like, a lot of times when it's a situation, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die if the boss doesn't like me. I'm not going to die if I'm a little late for my appointment. Now that doesn't mean it's right. You're not trying to create an excuse, but you want to stop the alarm. You want to feel safe. You want to be able to think, okay? And that will help you, because it's uncomfortable, but, to be late, for example, to a situation. So you're not excusing yourself, but you're already late. So let's make the best of it. I'm not going to die now. If I'm late, I'll do the best I can, and you relax. You feel safe. And so a lot of times a safety saying will help you. So what would that be for you? And then, practice that social interaction. If it's someone that you put on your list of safe people and they're already gone, you can only visualize. You can visualize your grandmother, if she's passed on, how you felt safe with her. And you can picture yourself hugging her, or her hugging you, saying, I love you, you're safe with me. You can visualize that, because that's true. Or it may be someone that is living that you feel safe with, and you can visualize that. You want to practice that. Or better yet, go see them. Be with them. practice. Let them know that you're one of their safety people and that you just want to feel safe for a few minutes with them. And you can practice that. And then sometimes letting go of the energy. You know, animals do that. You'll see a lot of times when they've been stressed out, they'll shake it off. You know, they'll shake it off. Peter Levine talks about this in his books, and how sometimes an animal, when it's been attacked, it will get up later and shake it off and go back to the herd. And we need to sometimes just shake off that energy, you know. We're all tense, we're all, you know, just shake it off and breathe and learn to relax. And so remember, feeling safe is something that a lot of times we have to take charge of. We're in a safe environment, we feel unsafe. Something is triggering us. It could have come out of childhood, but you know what? We're not a child anymore. We can practice these safety things. Bring yourself into the presence of God. Start retraining your brain that this situation isn't unsafe. I'm safe. Try these things and see how they work for you, and then stay tuned for our next podcast. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. Number 2, join our Patreon partners. These are people that contribute a modest fee each month to help with the cost of producing our podcast. And then 3rd, tell others, share it with others. And if you would like to learn about other teachings, check out our other playlists on Ron Ovitt YouTube channel. And so I want to thank you for joining us. We're excited about what we're doing. And if you have any ideas that you would like to see covered, go ahead and comment or email me at ron@empowerministry.org. That's ron@empowerministry.org.